Good morning, it is Jay here at Rorick Mazda, and I wanted to just kind of make a video. I thought that this would be the most helpful, especially regarding your online search, mainly because, for instance, in your last email, you had mentioned being most interested in the turbo trim levels. However, I wasn't quite certain if that was a premium turbo or perhaps the signature turbo. So I made you a video of both, just to help show. Now, if you're wondering, well, wait, why is there a red one in front of the camera? I said I'd like blue. No worries at all. So this lighter blue that you see here, Eternal Blue, I do have access to one of the premium turbo models in this blue. In terms of the dark blue, I have one available in the signature turbo. So I'm gonna go through the differences, but this light blue one is on a different lot, which is why I have to just review this red one to kind of help show you the differences between those two trims. A turbo premium is going to be all blacked out. So you will notice, like this red one, the grill bar is all black, all of the skirts in the front, around the wheel wells, around the side of the car, the wheels, everything, even including the mirror caps, are all going to be blacked out. So regardless of exterior color choice, you have all of the black accents. So to give you an example, here is a gray turbo here, and you'll see exactly the same thing. All black grille, all black side skirts, all black wheel weldings, skirts along the doors and so forth, and the wheels and the mirror caps. Now, luckily, both of the turbo levels, premium turbo and signature turbo, will share a lot of the same features. And that's going to be a lot of the amenities. So for instance, like all of your full LED lights with a unique design, you'll have this fake kind of front emblem up here for all of your safety features, like the adaptive cruise and lane keeping assist and collision avoidance and pedestrian and cyclist detection. Blind spot system is standard. And then in terms of even the headlights, I might have mentioned that they are adaptive, so they can actually move left and right as you turn the steering wheel. Now, I won't be able to open the lift gate on this one because we're pretty close to our air conditioning unit here, but do know that all of these are, of course, going to have a power lift gate with all-wheel drive standard and a pretty neat dual sport exhaust there. So the mirrors are folded into the body because the car is locked. I can just hit the button here because I have the key, and you'll see those mirrors fold out. So power folding side mirrors are going to be standard. Here is going to be a variation as well. This interior that you see here, the all black interior with the red stitching, only available on the premium turbo. So you'll notice that you'll kind of have some of the accented red stitching. You'll have your Bose 3D audio system, dual power seats up front with 8-way and memory for the driver. You'll have your half digital gauge cluster, as you can see there. Even that cutout up there is your head-up display, which projects a bunch of information and details up on the windshield. A wireless charger, which is going to be situated right in front of the gear shifter, mainly because the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is wireless based in this vehicle. And then bear in mind that you do have connected services in this vehicle, so basically it's an app that you download on your cell phone, and it will allow you to remote start or lock or unlock the door all from your phone. Now, for climate, of course, dual zone, you have heated seats, cooled seats, as well as a heated steering wheel button that you can see there. And then that dial is going to do all of the features and functions up on that screen, because the screen is only touch if you are using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Going to the rear, same size and proportions for both vehicles. And if I fold down the center armrest, you not only have heated seats for the rear, but also some USB charging for your back seat passengers. So of course I could spend a lot more time and details to go over a lot of additional features this vehicle has, but I mainly just wanted to kind of go ahead and give you a rundown of what is on the premium turbo. So now if we go over to the signature turbo, this is something I kind of really like, to be honest. I think Mazda sort of did this interesting design cue. And so for signatures, you are going to notice that everything is all painted. Just give me one moment here. You can actually just set my box right on that car. I'll grab it. It expired. Oh, okay. I'll check it out again in a second. I'll meet you downstairs. So in terms of the signature turbo, you'll notice that everything is painted on the exterior. So you're going to see that all of it is blue, so there's not that contrast of black. But to help set it apart, Mazda used silver accents. So you'll see that you have a little bit of a silver lip up in the front. You now get a silver grille bar, a light silver grille, as well as the mirror caps there are now silver as well. So I think it kind of gives it a pop as opposed to so much black all over. And then in fact, you'll see here on the rear, you have that silver kind of there as well, which personally looks quite nice with the contrast of the dark blue here. So same thing with your wheels, you kind of have more of like a smoked gray finish. So where the turbos have a lot of black all around the exterior, these are more pops of silver and light gray, with everything being painted to match the exterior on a Signature. Now, in terms of feature differences, so from a pricing standpoint, just as a rough estimate, a Signature is always going to be about $2,000 difference. So if you're asking yourself, what the heck am I getting for $2,000? So one, if I kind of zoom in up on the front bumper, you're going to see a little sensor there, a little sensor there, and in fact, right below that emblem, you're going to see a little camera there, and then those little sensors will also be on the back bumper. So for parking, the premium turbos have just your standard backup camera. The Signature turbos will have a 360-degree rear view camera with front sensors that will beep at you to let you know if it's not safe to back out, as well, pull out of something, and rear sensors that will beep at you to let you know that it's not safe to continue backing up. In those sensors is an auto park brake function. What that means is if you are about to hit something while you are parking, it will actually intervene and stop you from doing so. So if you're pulling out of a parking spot and you're about to scrape the bumper of the car in front of you, it will stop your car. If you're backing up and you're about to back up into a pole, it will actually stop the car to prevent that from happening. So that sensors, the 360 camera, and that auto brake function are going to be part of the upgrades on the Signature. Same thing with the interior. Now this interior is called Couture Brown. It is like a very chocolatey brown. You can kind of see it up against the black. I would almost say that this is more like chestnut than brown. Now this leather is Napa, and what that means is the quality, the way that it's treated, is much, much smoother. So it's a more supple, kind of softer leather, so it is higher quality. Now also, you'll see a little bit of lights. Well, unfortunately, it went away, but you do have ambient LED lighting in the CX-5 Signature. Though it's very minor, it's going to be some lights in the footwell. It will be, you'll see a little light here in the door pocket. Also, you'll have that in the rear footwells as well as one shining down on the center console. So it just kind of ups the ambiance a little bit inside of the vehicle. And then lastly, you're going to notice that this is actually a genuine open pore wood. So it looks kind of really, really cool, and I will say the texture is quite nice because, again, it is open pore. And you'll have a few additional accents, like you'll see a little bit of silver kind of along the doors and along the steering wheel, just again to help sort of differentiate it a little bit and give it more of kind of like an upscale vibe, if you would. So those are going to be the differences between Turbo as well as Turbo Signature. So I hope this information helps, and I certainly look forward to hearing back. I appreciate the opportunity.